Yo, what's up, guys? This is Salam Drenit, and today we have balance patch for this year's July balance patch. And I am late because this patch came out yesterday from the time I'm recording. So let's not waste any time and go straight into the patch. I have glanced over some of the changes, and it's a pretty big patch. So let's try to finish this quickly because I don't want to make this video too long as well. All right, the first one we have Dark Panda. So his passive, the damage reduction is changed to 50% to 30% if the attack power is lower than yours. So basically, a nerf to the damage reduction. I haven't faced much problem with the Dark Panda because of the playstyle I use. I usually use like turn one snipe, so the snipe monster usually have higher attack power. So this is not a problem to me. For those who are trying to like Bruiser or CC, this Dark Panda is kind of annoying to deal with, so they made it a bit easier to deal with it. Next we have Cammy. I have no idea why they nerfed this because they removed the effect of like 20% damage reduction from non-critical hits. For example, like the blue goth girl, that sword swipe move. I don't know the name of the skill. That one. Then Molong skill 3. The rock guys rock. There are many like non-critical hit damage that does a lot of damage. So they this is the only unit I think. No, not the only unit. Like one of the few units that have a damage reduction against those kind of skills, because those skills ignore defense and ignore like your stats of any of the stats you have. But unfortunately, they're going to remove it from Cammy. I don't know why. Maybe she was annoying in defense. Maybe somebody complained. I don't know. But Cammy doesn't deserve the nerf, to be honest. But it is what it is. And next one. This is the one that got me the most, I don't know, triggered. They are nerfing Sonya. I don't know why. Okay, maybe the damage from the skill 2 is kind of ridiculous. But it's like is half the damage is going 100 to 50. That's actually a big damage nerf. Some so it's gonna be difficult to now to snipe units, especially now in RTA, because most of the defenses are, I mean, most of the units, people who build a higher rank are Sonya proof, but there are some times where you can in Guild War you can use this like with a turn one snipe team, but for defenses that have damage reduction, now this is gonna be a big gamble. So this is gonna be now harder to Sonya, but I'll try, and after the patch, if it is like now too difficult, unfortunately have to change. But we'll see after the patch. The next change is that the glancing hit cap is now faster, like faster to achieve, but the max cap is still 50, so it doesn't change much. Next we have the Twin Angels skill 1, so the attack pass increase is now 10% instead of 15. So the Water Twin Angel, the HP recovery is also decreased to 15 to 10. Then we have the Wind Twin Angel, where the attack speed decrease is now to 60%. Why? Okay, I don't know why they changed the wind that skill particularly, but all those three I just mentioned are nerfs, and they nerf. But the dark one, which is the next one here, dark one is buffed, so it has a higher chance to defense break. I don't know about the skill ups, so I don't know. I don't have the dark twin angel. Obviously, I never saw the skill ups. Maybe in the skill up there is like extra additional skill to increase the chance. So it might be already 75 with skill ups. So which now it is changed to 75. So it might be 100 now with those skill ups. Maybe. I don't know. For those who have Dark Twin Angel can tell me. Spectra Princess. Oh yeah, this is the skill I was talking about up here from the Kami. Arsenal of Sacrifice. Yeah, this is the sword skill that ignore defense HP and just wipe the enemy. So it is nerfed now that the cooldown, you don't get the cooldown reduction when the skill stack is max now, which is Okay, but I think the mostly it was nerfed due to the dark one because the dark one get like an instant turn when your ally gets defeated. So it's very easily, very quickly you can stack and always use this skill with the dark one. Maybe the water one got hit because of the dark one being too OP. Maybe. Next we have the same monster but the fire wind light element. Final rest spell. This must be the second skill. So I need to read this because I don't have any of these units. Okay, so what the second skill does is it attacks the enemy to remove all beneficial effects and stun them for one turn. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. When used on the spot of a dead enemy, the enemy cannot be revived during the battle. Decreases damage. Deals damage proportionate to the dead target's max HP to all other enemies and stun them for one turn with a 70% chance. Okay, now they are changing it to remove all beneficial effect granted on the selected target, which is kind of the same, and then attack all enemies with the attack that deals more damage according to your max HP and stun them for one turn with a 50% chance. Stun them for and this deal more damage when used on the spot. Oh, okay, I see. So they're making the stun AoE. Before it was only single target, now it's an AoE stun, but with a 50% chance. Enemies defeated by this attack and enemies and already defeated by this skill cannot be revived during the attack. Okay, during the battle. Okay, next we have Bayek Dark. So the Bayek is now increase attack bar by 20 if the target is Eagle Blade disc attack is stunned. So okay, so they're removing the condition that the attack need to be stunned. So you can always now attack, so increase attack bar whenever your turn ends now. I mean when you attack on your turn, not the turn ends. So they remove the condition of being stunned. Okay, so Yennefer. So Yennefer skill 1 will now remove harmful effects for one turn with a 30% chance. Oh, sorry, not remove. Blocks the target from removing harmful effects with one turn with a 30% chance. So this is the same skill as the fire demon, the water hell lady, and the wind. That demon girl with the briefcase. I don't know her name is Layla, but I don't know the common name. Yeah, so it's only for one turn though. So and it's only like a very low chance. So it's not that reliable, anyways. So next we have the wind and dark Unifer. So the second skill, the barrier, is now have a lower cooldown. So it's now 4 turns instead of 5. Next we have the fire hacker. So this one will now decrease 1% more HP, which is 3 to 4% for each harmful effect granted on the target. This is actually good for the people who are using the Fire Shrek, Sath, the Fire Gerald, and this guy together. That is a very good and safe AO for arena offense. So this is now even better. Next, we have the Gerald Dark. So increase the damage dealt by 40 up to 200 for each beneficial granted on yourself. So it is now to be increase your attack power by 100 up to 300 for each benefit effect granted on yourself. It's actually better. Increase damage dealt. Your attack power. I think it's attack scaling, right? I don't know. I don't have the unit. If it is attack scaling, this is pretty good. Even the threshold is now 300 instead of 200. I don't know about the other skills of the Dark Herald. I never see him, to be honest. I never see people using this guy, so I don't know what the other skills are. Hopefully it's good. Oh, we have another Dark Herald. So Wind and Dark Herald. So it's the second skill. So the second attack stuns enemy for one turn. Okay, it's a higher chance to stun now. Okay. Hopefully the Dark Herald is good after this. Maybe. Okay, the Dark Demon. So the resets the cooldown of Judgment Madness. Oh my god, seriously? Resets the oh my god. Now he can always ignore defense when he comes back. Oh god. This now it's a must. It's a must now to increase cooldown or have an anti-revive. It's a must now. Okay, this is kinda annoying. Could be broken in some comps too. Oh my god. Okay, let's move on. I don't wanna talk about that more. Okay, Dark Monkey King. Now will now block enemies from removing. Oh, it's the same debuff. Block enemies from removing harmful effect for one turn. All right, good, good. What's nice about the debuff is it stops them from cleansing stun. That's why that debuff is so good, and that debuff also counters Juno. So Juno, when it moves, it only can cleanse the block debuff thingy. I forgot the name. That debuff only, so it can't cleanse the stun. So it is kind of good. Next we have the Polar Queen. Frost Rush is only like damage increase per open 5. Yeah, okay, anyways. Next we have Inosuke. So Fire Wind Dark Inosuke is this a second skill. So attack all enemies to grant yourself silence for 2 turns. Is now provoke all enemies for 2 turns. It's only a 50% chance. I don't know if this is good or bad because I don't know the other skills of the units, like the skill 3 or the other passive if it has one. If the provoke was like 100% or like close to 100, maybe 80% might be good, but 50% is cool. Though maybe it has skill ups in the skill, but I don't think it's still gonna be like consistent enough to be used. Next we have the Dragon Warrior Wind. So Bombardment will now decrease HP by 30 instead of 20. Then the Fire and Dark Dragon Warrior will have the HP recovery increase to 30 to 50% damage dealt. Next we have the Beetle Guardian Dark. So percentage change. This is the third skill. So attack all enemies 2 times to increase the cooldown for 1 turn with a 50 to 100. Okay, now it is consistent now. And the skill up effects are changed as follows. So level 2 will now be it's okay. Oh wait, harmful effect. Oh yeah, they don't need the harmful effect rate now because it's now 100% chance. So they remove it to 15%. I thought the damage was nerfed when I first saw the first line level 2. Then I saw again another damage increase. So it is like more damage now. Technically 10% more damage, and they don't need the harmful effect rate anymore since it's now 100%. Makes sense. Okay. Next we have the Beetle Garden Fire Last Dance. So the grants endure when including yourself when taking, like if you get one shotted, you don't die with the one shot. If it's a ignore defense one shot, it puts up endure on yourself or the ally who gets the ignore defense damage. Now it is now all allies that take fatal damage. Like so for example, if you're trying to Kali somebody and if Kali ignore defense your Wind Panda, for example, if you have the fire guy on your team, it grants endure only on the fire panda, but now after the patch, it will put endure on everyone. So you can't use the ignore defense comp now. Now you can at least bait somebody to have the endure and the second snipe to snipe somebody, but now you can't do that anymore. Uh, so this is like a force ban to ignore defense comps now. God damn it. Okay, next we have the Fire Wind Light. So this is the second skill. So HP recovery is 20% to be recovers the HP and the HP of ally with the lowest HP with the. Okay, so it is. He heals himself. Now he heals somebody along with him who has the lowest HP by 20%. Next we have the Cassandra Wind. So increased chance of landing glancing hit for 2 turns. It's now changed to increase the damage spell by 30% if the enemy's attack power is lower than yours. Okay. Next we have the Unicorn Water. So HP recovery is now increased to 15 instead of 10. Then we have the Unicorn Wind and Light. So provoke is now 100% chance to provoke. Okay. Next we have the Firewind Dark Unicorn, that is the shield, the second skill. So create a shield to 30% of your max HP for yourself and create a shield 20% of a max HP for allies. Is now changed to everyone will now have a 30% shield, but yourself will be now 2 turns same as your allies. Okay, next we have the Wind Unicorn. The Inventable Wound is the second skill in the human form. So the continuous damage is now there's no condition now. It used it now it has to like remove a buff to the buff will be changed to a continuous damage, but now you don't need to enemy to have a buff, so this will now always put on continuous damage regardless if it's removed or not, which is okay, I would say. But the annoying thing is not the dots about the unicorns, about the violent procs. Next we have the Paladin Wind. So they remove decrease attack bar and change it to a defense break, but with a lower percent chance. The attack bar decreased 100%, but the defense break is now 25%. Hmm, I don't know about the defense break. Usually, most of the time, attack bar decrease is better, I think, because it has a higher activation rate. If the enemy can't get a turn, they can't violent proc, and the only way they can't get a violent proc is get the attack bar decreased, which is the best way to control, in my opinion. Stun is a fake control. Don't rely on stun and freeze because enemy can still proc out of stun and freeze. So the in my opinion, the best way to control them is attack bar decrease. Or if you have a unit that has 2 turn stun or 2 turn freeze, or make it a 2 turn stun or 2 turn freeze, then yeah, then it's fine because enemies can't violent proc out of 2 turn invulnerability effects. Decrease defeats okay, this is anyways, it is what it is. Defense break is also not bad, but it is what it is. Next, we have Occult Girl Dark. So, damage increased by 20%, which most of us will won't care because none of us have her. Next, we have the Wotan Dark Occult Girl. The heal is now increased to 30% more if there is a harmful effect removed. Next, we have the Cannon Girl Wind. So, this is the passive. Now, will remove including inability effects at the start of your turn, which I like because I most of the time do use Christina in my arena offense, so I don't have to rely on Tiana like removing the stun now, so you can cleanse the stun herself. Next we have the Water Hell Lady. Eternal Scar, first attack now decrease defense, second hit blocks harmful effect removal. Is now both hits will now decrease defense and block harmful effect removal. Next we have the Fire Hell Lady, now grants endure for 2 turns if the target is defeated. So it used to be 1 turn endure, now it's a 2 turn endure. Next we have all the Beast Riders will now increase the attack speed by 15% when you dismount the beast. Okay, so I think it also get increased attack power when you dismount the speed. Sorry, when you get attack power when you dismount the beast. Sorry, so now you also get an attack bar increase. Not attack bar, so attack speed increase. Okay, I need to relax. I'm trying to talk too fast. Okay, anyways, next we have the Holy Berry Cookie Fire. Now defense buff is now 2 turns instead of one. Next we have the Joker Light. We'll now bomb with a 50% chance. I think the skill ups. I think there's some skill ups in the skill. No. It's a passive, right? It's not the second skill itself. Maybe it has. I don't use him. Maybe it has skill ups in the passive. I don't know. Not sure. Okay. Next we have Neostone Fighter Water. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. I seen him used like before when he got the buff to his skill 3 and skill 2 to get instant turn. He got pretty popular back then, but it was long back. After that, people forgot about him, and we are back to him again. So effect changed, Attacks the enemy 3 times to grant continuous damage for 1 turn is now disturb HP recovery for 2 turns, and there's a damage increase by 12%. Near-stun fire rollers will decrease the damage taken by 20% if you're under harmful effect. It will be counter attacks with relentless strike is the second tier relentless strike. When your HP falls below 30% or below by receiving damage from an enemy. What? Okay, counter attacks with relentless strike when HP falls below 30%, okay? Or below by receiving damage from an enemy. Oh, okay, I got it. So after you force down the 30%, you'll always counterattack with your relentless strike. Okay, I got it. It's just gonna be annoying because if you put him on vampire, any as his HP decreases, his attack increases. So he'll do more damage and he'll heal more. Okay, next we have Logan, the wind near stun fighter. So attack the enemy 2 times to decrease attack bar 50 is now 75% chance, and it skill hit 2 times, so it's a little bit higher chance. Next we have the dark near stone fighter, which only gets a damage increase. The dark one is not loved. Okay, the light one is not even. Okay, the light one is already good. Maybe that's why it's not here. We feel bad for the dark one, even if it's here, it's only like damage increase. Okay, we almost done. Now we have in the Death Knight water. Decline grants recovery on all allies to 2 to 3 turns. Okay, that's nothing to excite about there. Next we have the Death Knight Fire Wind Lights. The second skill will now recover HP of all allies. Sorry, recovers HP of 2 allies with the lowest HP ratio by 10 to 15%. So it's only like a 5% increase. Next we have the Rakshasa Water. Effect change guaranteed to stun enemy if the enemy is granted with a harmful effect is now to a critical hit. Okay, which is way better now. So if they resist a harmful effect, then there is no guaranteed stun anymore. But with you can guarantee a crit with 100% crit rate as long as there is no anti-crit passive. This is good now. It is actually better. Fire Rakshasa attacks again with 100% chance when attacking a wind monster. Okay, it's only a certain element. Now it's a guaranteed chance to attack again. Wind one. And wind is like the weak element. I think she could be great in the new dungeon. What's that called? What's that called? The spirit lady and the artifact dungeon, because those two bosses are wind, and this will decrease attack bar. That skill also decreases attack bar. Oh, not bad. Okay. Next we have the Rakshasa Dark, which now absorb attack bar instead of absorb is better, but they decrease it to 25. So you have to get all 4 absorb in order to get another turn. If there's like a 1 resist in between, you're gonna get the instant turn. Which is kind of okay. I'm more excited about the fire one. And we have skill error next. So what's this? What is the skill error? Fixed an issue where the passive effect was activated even when light vampire could serve. Oh, okay. Yeah, they can't die under certain conditions. Even if they don't die, it gets activated, so it's gonna be fixed now. Okay, all right, that's it for the patch. So I would say this is like one of the better patches up to till now. I'm kind of sad of some of the nerfs, especially to Battle Angel Wind, but it is what it is. And I'm kind of sad there are 2 units I really want, actually 3 units that I wanted to be nerfed, which are not here. Maybe it may be nerfed next patch, or maybe it will never be here. I don't know. It is what it is, guys. We just play the game, crying what to do. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.